To ideally enter the Parthenon means to enter the ideological heart of the Athenian polis. Although today the interior is no longer preserved, its structure and the works that inhabited it can be reconstructed with precision. The Parthenon was not designed to accommodate crowds inside. It was a controlled, sacred, selective space, intended to guard the city's most powerful symbol. The Parthenon as a non-public, but civic sacred space. The inner cell of the Parthenon housed the colossal statue of Athena Parthenos, created by Phidias. This statue was not an object of direct popular worship, but a material representation of divine power and protection over the city. The interior was not a place of individual prayer, but a space for safeguarding Athens' identity symbol. Athena Parthenos as the incarnation of the polis. The statue of Athena, made of gold and ivory, depicted the goddess armed but not aggressive. In her hand she held Nike, victory, while the shield and the peplos recalled war and protection. The work told that Athens was a strong, victorious, and orderly city. The temple's interior thus became a permanent political statement, visible only to a few but known to all. The statue as treasure and economic guarantee. The gold covering the statue could be dismantled and reused in case of emergency. This detail is fundamental. The interior of the Parthenon also functioned as the city's treasury. Religion and economy were not separate. The polis's financial security was literally guarded next to the goddess. The Parthenon as the city's sacred bank. Along the inner walls ran the famous Panathenaic frieze, today largely preserved at the Acropolis Museum and other museums. This frieze did not depict distant myths, but the Panathenaic procession, citizens, magistrates, horsemen, priests. For the first time in the history of a Greek temple, the interior celebrated the human community, not only the gods. The community entering the temple through art. The frieze transformed the interior of the Parthenon into a sort of ideal mirror of the polis. The city represented itself before the goddess, affirming that divine and civic power were inseparable. The temple did not tell of a distant religion, but a civic religion, built on collective identity. The Parthenon as a political manifesto in stone. The interior of the Parthenon was not designed for individual experience, but for the collective message. Every element, statue, frieze, space, served to communicate that Athens was a city protected by the gods, governed by citizens, and legitimized by victory. The temple was ideology made architecture. The symbolic function more than ritual. Unlike other sanctuaries, the Parthenon was not a place of daily worship. The main ritual took place outside, during the processions. The interior functioned as the invisible heart of the system, known to all but accessible to few, just like the power it represented. The Parthenon as the symbolic center of Athenian democracy. The interior of the Parthenon tells that Athenian democracy was not based only on assemblies and laws, but on shared symbols, capable of uniting religion, politics, and economy in a single sacred space. It was not a temple for the gods alone, but for the city itself.